Ever felt like you're maybe making the same mistakes again and again, even when you kind of know better?
Oh, definitely. That feeling of being stuck in a loop.
Exactly. Well, what if there was a way to tap into something deeper, like an inner wisdom that could guide you towards, well, better choices?
That's a compelling idea.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into a really fascinating text called The Gift of Wisdom. And our mission really is to unearth some practical insights for you listening.
Yeah, this isn't just abstract philosophy, is it? It's really about understanding how to live a more um, aligned and, I guess, effective life.
Right. By connecting with that deeper part of yourself.
Hmm.
So, the gift of wisdom, it's actually a key part of a larger work, Soul in the Driver's Seat. Think of it like a year-long, day-by-day guide.
Okay.
And it's really aimed at those of you who've maybe started asking those bigger questions about who you are and you feel ready now to live from a more authentic, soul-centered place.
And what's really interesting, I think, is the core idea. These daily affirmations, they're presented as if they're direct communication
Where?
from your own soul, or maybe a divine essence within you. It's presented as a big shift, from just thinking about your soul to actually experiencing yourself as being one with it.
Wow. Okay. That's quite a premise.
It is.
And for our deep dive today, we're really zeroing in on one specific month, December, which is all about wisdom.
Right. And it's wisdom in two senses, as I understand it.
Exactly. It's both, like the ability to take the right action in a specific moment.
Practical wisdom.
Yes. And also wisdom as the kind of culmination of 12 different qualities all woven together, these interconnected strands that make up a wise way of being.
And those 12 are, let's see, patience, consideration for the body, gratitude,
Awareness, serenity, peace.
enjoyment, solitude, togetherness, wholeness, kindness.
And that last one, the crucial right course of action.
So they're all seen as interconnected threads, basically creating this tapestry of wisdom.
That's a great way to put it. And the December exercises, they're specifically designed to help you quiet down that inner critic, that ego voice.
The mental chatter.
Yeah, the chatter, and train your mind instead to serve your soul's deeper wisdom. So let's dive into some of these December affirmations and see what insights might surface for you.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
Well, it begins right at the start of the month, December 1st, with a pretty fundamental definition.
Okay.
Doing the right thing at the right time is because of wisdom.
Simple. Yeah.
Simple but deep. It makes you think, what is the right time? Is it just about logistics, or is it more about some kind of inner readiness?
That's a really good point. It makes you think about those times you maybe jumped the gun or waited too long, even if you meant well.
Mm.
And then the very next day, December 2nd, you get the opposite. Foolishness is the opposite of wisdom.
Again, direct. Sets up a clear contrast. But what is foolishness, according to this text, beyond just, messing up? Well, it offers an interesting angle on December 3rd. People who do foolish things are not listening to their souls.
So it's not necessarily about lacking intelligence. It's about disconnection.
Right. A disconnection from that inner knowing we were talking about. Have you ever had that, gut feeling that something's off, but you just pushed past it anyway?
Oh, absolutely. And usually those are the decisions you look back on and think, why didn't I listen?
Totally. It's like having this internal compass and just choosing to ignore it. And building on that, December 4th says, when you follow my advice, there will be the best possible outcomes for all involved.
And that my advice is understood to be that soul-level guidance.
Yes, exactly. That deeper voice. It makes you wonder, what kind of advice is it constantly trying to give us? Is it like specific instructions?
Maybe less specific. Do this, don't do that. And more about guiding principles, like, lead with compassion, act with integrity, maybe prioritize growth over just what feels good right now.
That makes sense. And the contrast it paints is pretty stark. December 5th, the foolish path is filled with lessons that involve suffering.
Oof. That's quite blunt.
It is. But can you think of times where ignoring that inner voice maybe did lead to unnecessary struggle or hardship?
Yeah, I think we all can. Overcommitting yourself when you know you're stretched thin.
Staying in situations that just feel draining.
Right. It often feels like we learn things the hard way, doesn't it?
We do. But there's a bit of hope offered, too. December 6th says, suffering can lead to wisdom after graduating from the school of hard knocks.
So even those missteps, those painful lessons, they aren't necessarily dead ends. They can be pathways.
Right. But how does that happen? How does suffering actually transform into wisdom, do you think?
Well, I think it often comes through reflection, doesn't it? We're
Yeah.
really looking at the consequences of our choices, seeing the patterns.
Understanding why it hurt.
Exactly. It forces you to confront your limits, maybe your ego's demands, and look for a better way. It's about um, extracting the lesson from the pain, not just enduring it.
That makes sense. Then, the text moves toward the possibility of actual transformation, like on December 7th. A wise, soul-dominant individual has overcome their foolish tendencies.
Okay, so it's achievable.
Yeah, and then December 8th adds, wise, soul-dominant individuals were once fools, but had the sense to start listening to what life was telling them.
I like that. It's encouraging. It suggests wisdom isn't something you're just born with or not.
Right. It's something you actively cultivate. You choose to listen.
That emphasis on choice, on agency, is really powerful here. It's not about being flawed forever. It's about making a conscious decision to pay attention and learn. Growth is always on the table.
So true. And then how does this wisdom show up in how we treat others? December 9th says, a wise one would never judge and condemn anyone for being a fool. And it adds, wise ones are honest in all things.
So there's this element of acceptance, of non-judgment, paired with integrity. Why do you think judging others is positioned as sort of the opposite of wisdom here?
Maybe because judgment often comes from that ego place. Feeling superior or thinking you know better.
Yeah, that sounds right. Whereas wisdom perhaps recognizes that everyone's on their own path, learning their own lessons and the honesty part. Well, that feels essential for any kind of soul connection, doesn't it? Building trust, aligning with truth.
Definitely. I also found December 10th really relevant for, well, right now in our super fast-paced world.
What does that one say?
If a wise one isn't sure what to do in any situation, they know that the wise course of action is to wait until they have the clarity to move forward.
Oh, the power of the pause. That's huge.
Isn't it? Resisting that urge to just react, to do something even if you're unsure. When have you found that just waiting, taking that pause, actually led to a better, wiser decision?
So often, especially when emotions are running high. That moment of stillness, it lets you step back from the immediate reaction.
Get some perspective.
Yeah, and connect with something more reasoned or maybe more intuitive. It's about trusting that the clarity will come if you give it space.
Trusting the process. Now, the text then shifts a bit, especially for those who might have been working with this material for a while. Around December 11th to 14th, there are these really insightful, reflective questions.
Like prompts for self-assessment.
Exactly. Things like, how have you changed? What value does living a soul-dominant life have for you? And even, do you see the value in listening to me? Meaning that inner voice. Also, have there been any harmful attitudes you have let go of?
Those are powerful questions to sit with. What kind of changes might someone realistically notice after doing this kind of inner work for a period?
Maybe reacting less impulsively, feeling more grounded, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe more centered, a greater sense of inner peace, maybe purpose. It's about noticing those tangible shifts in your thoughts, your feelings, your actual behavior day to day.
Right. Then the text gets into how we actually perceive this inner guidance. December 15th asks quite directly, how do you see me? As an enhancement or as a goody two-shoes?
That's surprisingly down-to-earth phrasing.
Isn't it? Why do you think it frames it like that? Enhancement versus goody two-shoes.
Well, maybe it's trying to avoid putting this divine aspect on some unreachable pedestal,
Yeah.
making it feel more accessible, like a natural part of you, not some external judge or, a goody two-shoes you resent.
Like it's a supportive partner, not a nagging conscience.
Exactly.
Huh.
Recognizing it as a natural, supportive part of who you are. And the next couple of days seem to clarify that. December 16th. I am the divine aspect of you until you become the divine aspect.
Okay, unpack that a little.
It sounds like the inner voice, the wisdom, is holding that space, embodying that potential for you, guiding you until you fully integrate it and realize it is you.
Okay. And December 17th reinforces that. The divine is the deeper part of you.
So it's not something separate or out there. It's about realizing our own inherent potential, the deeper self.
And it encourages moving beyond really simple thinking, too. December 18th. Good and bad are too simplistic when referring to the soul and the ego.
Right. It's not just a battle of hero versus villain inside.
Followed by December 19th. 12 different qualities or strands have opened up in you now. Bringing back those 12 aspects we listed earlier, what's the importance of moving beyond that simple good-bad dichotomy when we're exploring ourselves?
Well, it allows for more self-compassion, maybe. Acceptance. The ego isn't just bad. It serves functions, even with sometimes unhelpful ones. The soul represents our higher potential. Understanding how they interact without harsh judgment seems key to integrating them.
And the emergence of those 12 qualities suggests a more holistic inner landscape developing.
Yeah, a richer, more nuanced, more complete sense of self.
Then we get some really powerful statements about the impact of living from this deeper place. December 20th, life will be different with me at the helm.
Meaning the soul in charge.
Yes. And December 21st, life will be different with love as your focus. These really highlight the transformative power of that alignment. How do you picture life being different when the soul is genuinely in the driver's seat?
Maybe. Maybe a greater sense of flow, less resistance to things, more authentic joy and fulfillment perhaps in everyday stuff.
And when love is the focus.
Then our interactions probably become more meaningful, our actions more aligned with benefiting everyone, not just ourselves, a different quality to everything.
And bringing it right back to the main theme, December 22nd states, wisdom is my gift to you.
A gift from the soul.
Seems so. And then, December 23rd, wisdom and love are the same.
Wow, that really connects them tightly. Why do you think wisdom and love are presented as essentially the same thing here?
Well, maybe true wisdom can't exist without compassion. If you're truly wise, you understand interconnectedness, so you naturally act with kindness.
And maybe love without wisdom can sometimes be misguided or even smothering.
Good point. So together, they create this powerful, balanced force for positive action.
Makes sense.
And the text suggests this wisdom isn't static, December 24th. Wisdom will never stop revealing life's secrets to you. And December 25th, wisdom will bring good things into your life.
So it's not like you reach peak wisdom and you're done.
Apparently not. It's painted as this ongoing source of insight and positive outcomes, a continuous journey of discovery.
I like that. It's a dynamic process of learning, unfolding, always offering new perspectives as we keep growing.
Then there's the connection made to a broader spiritual idea on December 26th. Having the gift of wisdom is an example of the as within, so without spiritual concept.
So our inner state reflects or creates our outer reality.
Exactly. That inner wisdom we cultivate directly shapes the world we experience. How do you see that playing out practically?
Well, if you cultivate inner peace and clarity,
Yeah.
you probably make better decisions.
Right.
You attract more harmonious situations, maybe. You respond differently to challenges.
Yeah.
Your inner state just ripples outward.
Yeah, that resonates. The text also touches on the impact of others on us, December 27th. If you have had a wise one in your life experience, you have most certainly been positively affected by their presence.
It highlights the power of mentors, positive role models.
Definitely. Can you think of someone whose wisdom really impacted your own life? Without naming names, of course.
Oh, sure. Just their way of being, maybe the calmness, their ability to see the bigger picture.
Their perspective.
Yeah, those qualities can leave a really lasting impression. They inspire you to, strive for that in yourself.
Absolutely. And then, right at the end of the month, the affirmations take a fascinating turn. They shift towards us becoming that positive influence.
Oh, how so?
December 28th says, now that you are a wise soul, you will enhance any situation, followed by December 29th, and any relationship.
Wow, that's a bold statement of transformation.
Isn't it? Then December 30th, creating through love. And it culminates on the 31st with, you are a creator now.
From seeking wisdom to embodying it and now creating with it. That's a powerful arc.
It really is. It suggests moving from being just a recipient of wisdom to becoming this active force for good, shaping your reality through awareness and love.
A very empowering end to the month's focus.
Definitely. Now, stepping back slightly, the epilogue to the whole gift of wisdom text gives some really helpful context.
Okay.
It explains that the first year of this whole program, which was called Steps to Authenticity, was really about digging into and releasing buried emotions. And crucially, confronting the ego.
The prep work, so to speak.
Exactly. Why do you think that initial focus on the ego was so important before getting to the gift of wisdom?
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? Until you address the ego's fears, its insecurities, its limiting beliefs, all that internal noise, it's probably very hard to clearly hear that quieter voice of the soul.
Like trying to hear a whisper during a rock concert?
Precisely. You need to clear some space first.
And then the second year, the gift of wisdom, which we've been exploring, shifts. The soul itself is presented as communicating directly through these daily affirmations.
Right.
And the epilogue makes a point of saying these messages are universal. They resonate with everyone at a deep level. What does that universality tell us about the nature of this inner wisdom?
It suggests that maybe, at our core, beneath all the surface differences, we all share these fundamental truths. We all have access to this same wellspring of guidance within us.
A common ground.
Yeah, a common inner ground.
The epilogue also acknowledges something important, that this whole process, confronting the ego, doing this self-inquiry, it can be uncomfortable sometimes.
What growth often is, isn't it?
True. But it frames this discomfort as the path to real freedom. By looking squarely at those ego-driven patterns, we can finally start to embrace who we truly are.
Yeah, that discomfort often signals we're challenging old beliefs, stepping outside our usual comfort zone. And it's right there, in that uncomfortable space, that the biggest breakthroughs and liberation can happen.
So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive into December's gift of wisdom, we've journeyed from, the basics of wisdom versus foolishness,
Through understanding the consequences of our choices, the role of suffering as a teacher,
to seeing the potential for transformation, the importance of reflection.
and ultimately embracing our potential as wise, loving creators who can positively influence our world.
We've really explored how multifaceted wisdom is here, those 12 strands, and how vital that connection with our soul's guidance is.
It's clearly presented as a journey of continuous learning and growth, not a final destination.
And it's so clear that wisdom in this context isn't just about head knowledge, right? It's not just knowing things.
No, it's deeply embodied. It's about integrating qualities like patience, gratitude, kindness, awareness into how you actually live.
It's a way of being.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And ultimately, the gift of wisdom seems to be this invitation, an invitation for you, the listener, to move beyond just intellectually understanding these ideas.
And to actively start living from the wisdom of your own soul, letting it light up your path.
A powerful invitation indeed.
So maybe as you go about the rest of your day, here's a thought to carry with you. Which one of those 12 strands of wisdom, maybe it's patience today, or perhaps gratitude or serenity, which one resonates most strongly with you right now?
That's a good reflection point.
And just consider, how might consciously focusing on that one quality, even in a small way today, shift your perspective or influence your actions? It's this ongoing exploration, isn't it? This journey into your own inner wisdom.
And the most profound discoveries are often waiting just beneath the surface, ready to be uncovered. Definitely something to reflect on. Thanks for diving deep with us today.